Hello, this is Grace talking, also known as Grey Fable. You are currently listening to Arkenmore, D&D Nor. In this podcast, I run my friends through my Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition Nor theme setting called, you guessed it, Arkenmore. Atop the bones of the monster continent of Arkenmore, a land that was once the exclusive realm of heroes and adventurers, a new society was erected. Fueled by changing technology and powerful economics, the city of New Ampharos now stands as the crown jewel of the human empire. However, rampant corruption and organized crime have tarnished what might have otherwise been a golden era. Sadly, Dan, who plays Callum the Druid, is not part of this episode. He wasn't feeling well this week. Content warnings for this episode include some bigotry towards fantasy species. Now let's begin. Alright, welcome back everybody. As we return to the return of our Arkenmore campaign. And so, last session, after a harrowing escape from the island prison of Morgado, you all made your way to what you believed would be a safe harbor. Aboard your ancient dwarven vessel, the harbor you chose belongs to that of Dr. Everard Whitehall, Dr. Zitaru's colleague, and, as you were told, or as was implied, a wealthy and well-connected individual. Upon navigating to Dr. Whitehall's private dock, you were greeted with a fleet of security personnel and guard drakes. However, Dr. Zitaru's presence proved enough to allow your group to dock your vessel and be welcomed into Whitehall's estate. Prison uniforms on and all. Once inside, you entertained the venerated academic by regaling him with your story of your escape from Morgado and your battle against the undead. You also managed to get the assistance of the very much invested Whitehall in identifying the artifact that you took from the ruins below the facility, the Black Skull Scepter. Whitehall expressed interest in obtaining the artifact for his own private collection, but the negotiations were delayed to be dealt with tomorrow after you all have had some time to rest and recover. You also mentioned that, or he also mentioned that now might not be the most favorable time to house visitors because an incident happened to occur earlier that same night regarding one of his own artifacts kept in his showroom. After these conversations were finished, everyone, except for Dr. Zitaru, were escorted to the guest house, and there you were afforded hot baths to take, food to eat, fresh water, and soft beds, and for some lounges to rest on. And thus you took your first night of rest as free individuals in a long, long time. And it was a restful night's sleep indeed, perhaps stretching late into the morning, given the late hour in which your rest started. No bizarre dreams were to be had. And then, as a late morning transitions to an afternoon, that is where we are going to pick up. Y'all, probably at different intervals, coming back to consciousness in this new, strange environment, so different from the one that you've been trapped in for months, perhaps years for some. And that's where you'll find yourselves.
I'm not sure how... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Carmen is probably the first of the girls to wake up, given how Maya wakes up, and also she's stuck on the couch. But she would go into, like, the generalized common area just to scout out everything and see what all there is to find.
You stir.
She definitely didn't do that at 4 a.m.
As you
4 a.m.
What? Oh, that's when you went to bed.
Yeah, that's when we went to bed.
Yeah. And Carmen, as you stir awake, you see a flash and a skittering of a small creature scurrying beneath the sheets that Maya's sleeping beneath. You recognize the rat tail disappearing.
Okay, that's Simon. Okay. Blood pressure, spike. Oh no, wait, that's the rat. Okay.
Hopefully.
Nah, we know Simon enough to know if it was a large shape moving for its size.
Kind of fat.
Yeah, okay. It's the morbidly obese rat.
He's not morbidly obese. He was just getting a little chunky.
But yeah, she'll enter into the rest of the household and see what there is to see, depending on who else is up.
What time is this?
It's late for Carmen, so probably like 10.
Edward's up. You don't know how long he's been up, but he is. I think he'd be in the dining room area. Do they have, like, is anyone making coffee for them, or does he have to do it himself?
Do it yourself? That's nonsense. All right, so Koloth sleeps 6 hours a day.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah,
he would
he's very
probably
good
be up by
Carmen.
10. If you were up
Yeah.
before 10, he'd be there too. And he's as immaculately dressed as he can be, given the tools he has at hand. So it's whatever trousers he could retrieve from that guest room, as well as a new shirt. And if you come into the kitchen space where he would be sipping on probably something, even if it's just water, he would tell you that he's already told the servants to bring coffee.
Fantastic.
He takes no issue ingratiating himself to the place as if he owns it.
There's an ice box. There is a pitcher of water and glasses for you all to partake in. There's, in fact, a bowl of fruit if you feel the need to munch, and some nice biscuits available for you all to come into the dining room. However, as you're convening and just starting to get your morning started, you hear a doorbell ring. It is kind of a pleasant, melodious dun dun dun. Do you hear someone at the door?
Good morning, Edward. If you'd be so kind as to answer the door, we have coffee, biscuits, and fruit available for you when you return.
Carmen is already going, and she has the
No.
baton
No.
in her hand, just stalking down.
Edward is he is not the only thing he's changed. He hasn't changed much in terms of attire. It's visibly certain that he has slept in like the innards of the guard uniform. He has the pants, the boots, which are now on, and the suspenders. The overshirt, the jacket was given to someone else. I was like, no, that's fine.
Carmen is still in the same bathrobes that she was given last night.
Carmen, please sit down. You reorient yourself. I will answer the door.
Looks
Yes.
at your clothes.
We have
raises
much-
an eyebrow.
Take a seat.
Continues standing, but doesn't go to the door.
As you like, you're clearly staring at his clothes, his state of dress. Like, whoever is calling upon us knows we are here and knows our circumstances. This is fine, Carmen. I understand that I am not the most suitably dressed for decent company.
As you guys are milling, you hear a kind of a very polite knocking.
All right, and as he hears us, like some memories. You don't necessarily see them visibly hit him. It's like, I have to be quick. And please, Carmen, just relax. I will take care of this.
Blink. She still has not spoken.
Oh, that's fine. That's completely fine. He's used to people not talking to him or acknowledging his existence. Go on, please. And he's gonna shuffle downstairs.
Dr. Whitehall gave me his word that we would be safe here. Please avail yourself of the refreshments. We will need you at peak effectiveness for what comes next.
2 more blinks. A glass of water is filled, and then she goes back to the room where she knows Maya is definitely still sleeping.
And Edward, as you approach the door, you open it. You see Dr. Whitehall's butler, Mr. Wicker, the halfling man, middle-aged. As he looks up at you, kind of a inscrutable but polite expression. Good morning, sir. My apologies for disturbing your rest. However, Dr. Whitehall would request that you all be seen for an urgent matter in the parlor.
In the main estate. Of course. We will. I will hurry, my compatriots. We will join you in the parlor as soon as we can.
Very good, sir. He would also like to extend an invitation post conversation. A brunch is to be arranged early this afternoon, and you are all invited.
A meeting now and a brunch to follow. This is noted, and I will share this news with my friends. Thank you. Thank you for this heads up, and thank you once again to our gracious host.
He gives kind of a half bow. I will be waiting here to escort you post haste when the sirs and the ma'ams are ready.
Of course, I will endeavor not to keep you waiting long.
Very good, sir.
Yes, and Edward would give like a half bow, nod, and close the door, and he's running upstairs.
Olaf watches you like run upstairs, and unless you're running, he's like, Edward, wait.
Yes. Yes.
If there's an emergency, I need to be notified.
It's not a dire emergency. It's a social emergency.
Very well.
Our host is calling upon us.
Hey, you keep giving him more information. He's like, okay, understood. You can go back to running.
Well, I'm informing you, and I'm of course informing Carmen.
Carmen is gone. She is going to wake up.
Oh, that's right. She left to go to her room. Okay.
There are 3 women who are all crammed into one room.
That's fair. All right. Go off and make yourself ready as you avail. I will notify the others that we are being called upon.
Thank you.
Of course. And thank you. Yes. Then Edward will start shuffling around the rooms.
As soon as he leaves the room, Koloff, being considerate, gets up, preps a cup of coffee and a plate with a biscuit on it, and puts it together and puts it on the table because he has deniability now. And then he takes a seat again and waits.
Grace, what clothes are available to us in the guest house, if any? Specifically for women, is what I'm
There were robes.
assuming. Yeah, no, that's why Carmen is wearing a robe, actually.
I mean,
Because a robe is better than blood-soaked prison clothes and a guard's vest.
they're modest robes. They're not the big fluffy kind. They're more of the leisurely kind of long-sleeved, silky kind of robes that you can wear.
Are we talking Hugh Hefner, or are we talking more kimono?
Not kimono.
Thank you.
Looking through the drawers or anything, are there any, like, trousers or anything that's more easily movable than robe?
You find a few one-piece swimsuits.
No, we're not doing that. Okay, we're sticking with the robe. Put a pin in that for later. All right, we will get Maya up. Carmen would also at least alert Callum as to what is going on, potentially with the individual there. Probably crossing paths with Ed as she's doing so.
Yeah, Ed is also knocking on doors, and
Maya's up, don't go in there.
When you knock on the room where Callum and Lester are bunking, Lester Locks will answer, like, kind of some like shuffling across the floor, like, oh, good morning, I think. What time is it? He's
Us,
a little blurrily around.
it's in the morning. That's not too late in the morning. Mind, we are being called upon by our host. We had to make ourselves ready and presentable with the clothing provided.
Oh, well, not much at the moment, huh? Oh, wow, these old bones have not, well, slept in so late for probably a decade, maybe more. It's
Well,
change in
we've
scenery.
changed the scenery and routine. We've, and I think after yesterday, we all needed to sleep in.
Oh, by the way, your little friend, Callum, he's already left. Said he was taking a walk to clear his head. They sent one of those security men to escort him, so he'll probably be okay, I think. Kind of shrugs.
Well, when it comes to Canham, he's very good at if he wants to be found, he'll be found. If he doesn't, he won't. I do not worry for his safety for several reasons. But it's good he's out and about. But yes, do you need any help getting ready, Locks?
Oh no, I'll be all right. I had some food last night before, passing out, and I feel invigorated. It's exciting. Kind of like
Please.
stands up straighter. Let's all see what this commotion is about, eh?
Yes, I agree. Well, I'm looking forward to when you're ready to go. We're convening in the dining area, and we're all going to move as a group.
All right, Sonny, let's go see what's going on.
Of course. I'm going to leave my shared room for last.
All right, so you return to your room where you're sharing with your father, Charles Flick, your quote-unquote father, since you apparently have some misgivings about that, or some doubts.
I have doubts because I was never officially acknowledged, you fuck!
Well, I mean, when your mother is a star, what can you do?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I love how you own me when I'm useful to you. That hasn't escaped my notice. But be that as it may, we will return there and we will check on Charles Flick. Now, it's only been a day since he has not been plugged and pumped with chemicals and what was his physical state? Was he like actively atrophied?
He looked like someone who has not had, who's been like going through malnutrition for a while.
Yeah.
He was hooked up to some IVs when he got there, probably, getting him some supplements to keep him alive.
Keep him alive and keep him sedated so he does not mentally kill people around him. I get it. I understand it. I understand it.
And yet,
God, look, again, there's so many questions I have to ask. And
myself, and yet.
Look, I'm all right. Spoiler alert, I'm networking this asshole because one, I need a base to establish to okay, what is this? And can I learn more about what's going on here so I have a baseline to go with other people who purport experience and knowledge on what this is? But Charles Flick was always going to be the starting point. There's so many questions unanswered.
You don't have to explain yourself to me, boss.
But yes, Edward's going to go into the room. He's going to check on the bed, see where Charles Flick is.
And you find the man, Charles Flick, still lying in that, large, comfortable bed where you spend the night. His eyes are open, he's looking at the ceiling. You hear in your head, as if he seems reluctant to even speak aloud, "Yes, Edward, there is something going on, I believe."
Out of curiosity, is this your preferred means of communication? Mental.
I
You turns in kind.
find it to be rather necessary when there's a chance we could be listened to. But you wish to tell me something. What is it?
We are being called upon by our host. We are all to attend. There is also a brunch scheduled afterwards.
He stirs in the bed, and there's just the smallest hint of a wince as he does so. Then you hear in your head, "I will recuse myself for now, but if you could be so kind as to have them send some food here when you have a chance. I will rest here for a bit longer, I think."
If you require assistance while you recover, I can help you to the estate.
"No, I think I will stay." A stretching, antsy pause, and then, "But thank you." And Edward, with your passive perception, through the window by the bed, you see an overview. There's some nice hedges on the edge of the pool, and idling nearby the hedges is a security personnel.
There's security personnel near the room outside the window.
Yes.
Is he acting unusually?
You can make an insight roll to kind of gauge
no,
what they're going about.
Considering the thing is Edward is like a quick study of things he's done with his powers, and just actively controlling someone was something he kind of leaned into, unfortunately. So yes, I would love to make a active insight check on that.
All right, by all means.
All right, yeah, because like out of the corner of eye, he sees someone who's nearby, just there. It's like, oh no. Of course, that's actually fair, but still.
All right, roll a 5, which is a total of 9. They have their back to the window. They're not actively peeping into it or anything like that, and you're a floor above ground level.
Yeah, there's not much I can make out.
Yeah, you can't make out too much. They just kind of seem just standing there.
Do you want me to keep calling you Flick, or would you prefer a different reference, a different name?
A slight smile curls up his face. "Well, you used to call me father, didn't you?"
Behind closed doors. And even then, I was not sure. The one who compounded that fact, that idea in my head, was my mother. It was never you until now. Do you believe me to be your child?
Perhaps this is a conversation best suited for another time. Edward, I believe you have places to be. Is that not true?
Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, I do have places to be. But I think I'm allowed one question, at least. surely you can grant me that much after everything you've denied me.
I can never be so certain when it comes to your mother, I'll admit that. However, well, recent revelations have made me a bit more certain as to whether you're of my own kin or not.
Because
They did choose you after all.
yes, they did. They did. I will be back, and I will have further questions. And I trust you will not do anything dramatic until my return.
Dramatic. All I can do is hope that this bed rest will fix what's been broken.
Edward's not going to comment on the fact that one of the times he found him missing, he was actively choking out the professor. But you know what? That's a conversation for later. And Edward is going to just exit out. No, he didn't sense anything, see anything necessarily fucky. He suspects it, but it's like, well, I have nothing to go on here. Clearly this is something he would do, but he's not doing it right now. Maybe later. Fuck. Shit, I have so many fucking things I need to do. I'll be back. And he's gonna leave.
Okay. And so do you all reconvene downstairs and
Is everything good?
Yes. You notice that it was almost the instinctual, he said quickly pauses, pivots, flick. We'll be staying in. He's not physically well. He needs time to recover. He does request meals be brought to him.
and
Go ahead.
as you're talking, Gulum Creed staggers down the stairs wearing a bizarre outfit of she's wearing her prison uniform pants with the robe over the top have most of the way open. Her hair is down, which you've never seen, in these kind of thick black locks falling over her shoulder down to her waist.
Yeah, I was looking for pants, wasn't able to fucking find anything.
I don't give a shit about
Wasn't
that.
able to find any pants.
Right. Rich prick wants to. Sorry. Old rich guy
find the
wants to
bathing
talk
suit?
to us. Let's
Found
go
the bathing
see what's
suit.
going on. Yes.
Right. Onwards.
Good morning, Miss Creed. Before you choose to commit to leaving this building, I'd recommend coffee and biscuits.
Coffee. I'll drink coffee.
Understood.
Charmin goes for the coffee.
It's just as she says that, Edward appears. His attire has not changed one bit so far because he's been running around. It's coffee sounds wonderful. Thank you.
I took the liberty of having some prepared for you, Edward. It's at the plate there.
Koloff, you are a... Thank you. That is much appreciated.
All I have to do is ask.
And there's another ring of the doorbell. The dun dun dun.
If that's Whitehall's people, someone should tell them that I have need of them.
Carmen is already walking down the stairs.
No, Edward is already standing up. It's no, please.
Already walking, brother. She is not
Common.
stopping.
Common.
Open the door.
Edward is right behind her, Common.
It's
And looks
Mr.
down.
Wicker again. Says, my apologies. Are the sirs and madams ready to be escorted to the parlor?
There's a blink.
Oh, you
Sure,
gave
if
a
you don't
blink.
mind us all wearing robes.
Carmen, you gave a
Oh.
blink. That's a sign of weakness. Edward is gonna jump on that.
The master of the
see.
house prefers a more casual atmosphere, and we apologize for lack of suitable garments. More were sent for this morning.
It's fantastic.
Appreciate it.
It is a problem that can be addressed shortly. Most of us are gathered in the dining room. We are ready to join you. Unfortunately, Charles Flick will not be attending as he is still recovering from his ailments from his previous
Incarceration.
stay.
Of course, sir. I will let Dr. Whitehall be apprised of this. By the way, did Maya ever come downstairs or get up?
Oh yeah, no. No, we are two-stepping you down if you did not fucking leave the red. No. Alright. Head count, Maya's not here. Back up the stairs we go.
It's like you just leave Edward here awkwardly with the butler. That's fine.
Quite
That's
literally,
fair.
yes.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fair.
You wanted this, cheekbones. You get it.
Fucking you. All right, that's fine. All right, there's that moment. All right, Edward collects himself. He pulls himself back a few years. Apologies. Most of us are still new to this. It should not be much longer.
Very good, sir. Please.
Yes.
We have been advised to take into account your present circumstance, make your stay here more comfortable. Again,
And you've been very accommodating in that regard, which we deeply appreciate.
thank you, sir.
Of course.
Very distantly from the top of the stairs, potentially even inside of the guest house itself, if there's just a very loud Maya!
Oh, see, while you're climbing up the stairs, little do you know, you have a passenger. You hear Edward's voice. Yeah, I
This
can do that.
comfort isn't as immediate.
No, yeah, because you got used to it. That was the whole point. And he can just do it more casually now, readily now. He's gotten really good at it. It's troubling. He has not really dug into that yet, but it's there. Common. Edward, by the way, I don't want to alarm you, but I am here. I'm present. I am able to... I can read your surface thoughts. I just put it out there blankly. I am putting it out there as distinctly as forward as I can. While I'm here, I can read your surface thoughts. And while I'm here, I can project a message to you. And while I'm here, I am here to state that we are being called upon, if you could, while you're up there, summon everyone else, so that we may continue with this engagement. Thank you.
There's a half moment of almost amusement before she goes, "What did you think I was doing?"
I just wanted to be sure. I know you put particular pride and focus on Maya and your own particulars. I just wanted to make sure that everyone
There's
else
an
was
actual
involved.
chuckle, actually, if you say that.
He does. That was the impression he got.
Cute. No. I'll go get her.
Okay,
But
so
yeah. Carmen would eventually bring everyone down.
all right.
Even if that includes literally dragging Maya out of bed.
And so, you all, sans Charles Flick and Callum, who's already begun walking about the property, you all are escorted once again across the yard to the main estate. Back through the elegant halls into that same parlor room where you spent a good chunk of late last evening speaking with Dr. Whitehall of your recent misadventures. And as you enter this room, you find Dr. Whitehall is seated in the same, large, plush armchair near the hearth. Across from him sits Dr. Zitaru on a sofa. They are both listening to a large, elegant radio. Something large enough to take part of a wall. With a curved, dark wood kind of exterior, kind of a gilt inlay. The radio is currently playing. You hear it sounds like some sort of news announcements of sorts. You hear a voice speaking. Anyone who's been a long-time resident of the city can make a history check to try to recognize this voice, by the way, if you wish to do so right now.
That's very kind of you. I abstain.
I want to. Even though Koloff fucking knocked it out of the park, as a point of pride, I want to attempt the same.
Very well, go ahead. Koloff has rolled a total of 22.
Koloff has tried to erase his accent through listening to the radio, so
That's
he
fair.
sounds radio.
Oh, hell yeah.
Alright.
That and
Edward's
the
rolled an
goblin.
8 total.
It's true. I've been rolling really shit lately, it seems.
Carmen,
just need to get
you
the
are a
bad rolls
resident.
out.
Would you like to make a roll?
I don't think she would have listened to the radio all that much, no?
That's very fair. That's a judgment call for you.
Yep.
Koloff. You have heard this person speak in the past when it comes to certain news announcements. And given your proclivities for authority and hierarchical structures, you are aware of this person's position. You're listening to the Chief of Police, Arden Powers, speak right now. And he's in the middle of an address of sorts. You all hear, between the crackles, this morning, at about 3 a.m., the survivors arrived at NA Harbor aboard a police boat. From the officer's testimony, we can conclude that much of Morgado's personnel have been lost to this maniacal and unprecedented attack on our city's corrections facilities. Officers have already been dispatched to investigate the island and confirm the presence of necromantic activity as they search for survivors. Our working theory is that the perpetrators were motivated by revenge against our city's police and perhaps were attempting to break out their associates. We will be in contact with the press as more information arises. Thank you very much. You hear the sound of microphone feedback, and then there's a clamor, what sounds like reporters asking questions, but they're all rebuffed. He says, "Thank you. We can thank you all. We cannot take questions at this time. Thank you." And the radio program transitions to music.
All right then. So no
Dr.
more
Whitehall turns to you all. His eyebrows are raised, but he has this kind of excited look on his face.
Before you ask, none of us are responsible for the necromantic activity outlined by the chief of police.
Thank Goldra. Okay, some of the police were able to get off.
He gives a hearty, chuckle as that. Dr. Zitaru, in kind of contrast, looks really anxious as she listening to the radio, looks to you all. I told him what happened. It raises hands. Oh, don't worry. Lie, don't worry. I believe you. And sounds to me like the police still aren't entirely sure what happened. This has been playing since this morning. Oh. Sounds like they've been sitting on this for only a few hours. No. It's all very intriguing, I'll give you that. Some verification of what happened.
It's important for martial leaders to project strength. I don't hold it against him, but he's quite wrong.
We
Oh,
don't have any idea of the force they sent to Morgato proper, did we?
oh no,
Any
no,
earlier messages?
not immediately. I would not know. They would keep that close to their chest. I have some contacts, of course. Well, with the mayor's office, you might be able to give me some more information. I'm very quite keen to learn more about this. I'll give you that.
We'll also see how many of them come back. Again, less worried about the small fry and more about the larger one. When we left, it seemed to be going up above us.
Oh yes, my
you.
dear. Yes, of course. Oh, we can keep speaking on this matter. I just wanted you all to get a chance to hear the address, since I concerned you
It's
so
good that they're
dearly.
aware of it. At least.
Does that at least
Sure if any-
put some of your fears to rest, my dear?
There's a pause, and she'll nod. Some of them. I mean, some of the police got off. And that, they have alerted authorities that trust them.
Of course. Now, as I was telling Dr. Zitaru, I'm a bit concerned. Well, seeing as your lot escaped the island, I am just a bit concerned that some of this might, well, if things don't play, if we don't play this quite right, it could be could be pinned on you.
Foolishness.
I agree, but, well, I know how our city's police works. I know how Chief Powers operates. He might just be looking for someone to, well, put on the cross for all of this. It sounds like there were many dead. If they weren't even willing to speak about it.
If I was capable of such feats, why would I allow myself to be captured instead of slaying his pathetic force? It makes no sense.
Quite
I
right.
don't think that they will care about sense. It's about finding a person that they can blame.
A foolish gambit. Anyone with any knowledge would undermine him afterwards.
The people won't have knowledge. That's why they're the only ones speaking.
His peers, though. They have the knowledge, and their opinions are the only ones relevant.
Well, I guess Colas can learn about propaganda.
There's a pause, and Carmen will consider for a minute. Mr. Koloff, do you know who his peers are?
City leadership, the nobility, wealthy
Yes.
landowners in the city. This doctor right here.
Whose story is currently being told.
He raises a hand at you, and then he turns to the doctor. Why did you summon us?
You talked to Zitaru. It's like,
Yes.
or Whitehall.
Yeah, Whitehall. Sorry, not Satara.
Okay.
when they're both doctors.
Well,
That's on me. One of them is clearly in a leadership role here.
well, like I said, I wished y'all to. Dr. Zitaru and I have been listening to the news, and I wish too that you would all be, well, informed of the going-ons regarding that wretched incident at Borgato. And hopefully, belie some of these fears of the young miss. Kind of motions to Carmen, who's so concerned about this threat of the undead. As the authorities are
There's
on
no
it, of
way.
course. Of course.
My main fear was assuaged when I learned that some of them have gotten off the island. I won't lie to you, I hadn't been expecting it.
Hell, it's been quite a long time. Nearly 50 years since there's been an incident of, well, necromantic activity in our fair city. This is going to be on the papers for weeks. I can promise you that. It sort of puts you all in a precarious position, I'll admit. if any were to learn of, well, where you came from, you were witnesses and you survived it. Unfortunately, Dr. Zutaru, though she's, well, somewhat better off, is also in a bit of a precarious position herself. Especially after what she told me regarding just a heartbeat of a pause, her research that she was conducting on that island prison.
She's in a precarious position due to her research.
Zutaru
Her
considers-
gaze will flick over to Dr. Zataru.
The public was not made aware of Mr. Flick's incarceration.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Well, so all right. Look, Ed might comment on that. It's if he hears the follow up to that statement.
We are giving her a healthy pause to continue.
It was
Staring at
considered
her.
a matter of a state secret.
Right.
If I may, I would caution anyone being in eyeshot in the vicinity of Charles Flick as he recovers. Your servants, specifically. Your security personnel, specifically.
She and Whitehall exchange a glance, and she looks back at you. I am quite aware of that, young man. Believe me, I am very aware of that young man, what he is capable of, and that is another cause of our concern. I do not know what he will choose to do now that, well, if his prior abilities come back to him.
What exactly did he choose to do previously?
As I was told, he opted in his incarceration to commit violence against those near him, which...
No, but what did he do before that when he was healthy?
Well, there was a court decision to try him for occult activity. For years he skated under the radar because he was dismissed as a charlatan. People did not believe he was capable of any real magical power. But something changed. And then it began to be suspected that he was dabbling in illegal magic. The more people of influence that fell to him, the more concerned the Arcadian estates became with his activity. When
Eyes flick. Sorry, go ahead.
when his estate was raided, he fled instead of surrendering himself.
Carmen's gaze will flit between the doctor and Ed, and will ask, how many people did he have under his sway?
Oh, well, the reports say at his height it was near about 60 people. Many
And
of them
was-
were from high society and well connected.
And that was... fervor, or was that enchantment?
Well, I did have a theory that he was practicing illegal enchantment magic on his followers, I'll admit. But I believe there's something different now.
So the enchantment was never broken after you spoke with him?
He's not if he's capable of enchanting anyone, he has not shown it while in prison. Instead, well,
Carmen's shoulders will visibly relax.
instead he chose to murder a corrections officer, despite being under the effects of the null gas. Which, of
Out
course,
character. Oh no, a pig is dead. Unfortunately, Carmen wouldn't say that.
yeah. Of course, that was the most tangible proof I've had of his capabilities, so far surpassing what has been theorized, and, well,
If you don't mind me asking, how did he overpower you?
well,
Down by the boats, is what I meant.
he caught me by
Clarification.
surprise. I'm not. She kind of restrains herself a little bit. I am not one to engage in physical altercations myself. He caught me by surprise, and I'll admit I was reticent to harm him when he attacked.
No magic, though. There must be at least
Thankfully, he did not
some mild
possess that at
reassurance
the
in
time.
that.
Maya is just going to march into the room at this point.
You are literally here right now, girly.
I am not. All right. This was established.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Wow.
Like 20 minutes ago. She's got her fancy silken dwarven cloak on over the robe.
God damn it.
Clearly, the doctor was thinking about Ranger Rick. You know, I was telling her all about Ranger Rick, and she got distracted. It's a very common problem.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Is that
Well-
no?
There's just a hand that goes up to the doctor.
Hello?
Sure.
She's like asks in Elvish, like very notably confused.
What
Yes,
No,
you
Ranger
heard
Rick,
again.
we spent a good chunk of time. I told you all about him. Do you not remember, Dr. Zatar?
She looks at Maya, looks at Whitehall, looks back. Our acquaintance only stretches a single night.
Yes, and for over an hour. I told you about the great Ranger Rick, and then when we got on the boat, I continued.
Just what I got. What we got.
Am I that forgettable to you, Dr. Zatar?
Holy shit.
Maya.
Man, that's a hell of a fucking push. It's like we are sisters in
We were
arms.
almost dying, and the
Yeah.
doctor is like,
And
"What
I,
the fuck are you talking about?"
I lore dumped the entire catalog of Ranger Rick on you.
Maya, it is so early in the morning. Can we
It's
not
like 11.
right
Anyways,
now? I was up too late.
Look, 11 a.m. is still early for this shit.
I do also have some requests of you, Dr. Whitehall.
It is just in the corner.
he's sipping on his mug of coffee. Looks to you. Oh yes, Mr. Koloff. What can I do for you, good sir?
We have some requirements, unfortunately, due to our circumstances, and I thank you for shouldering those upon your house and clan. You mentioned retrieving clothing. We thank you for this, but we do have to hold some time to emphasize specifics. I'll be available for fitting for my suit whenever your servants are ready. We'll also likely need one for Edward here.
Well, if they're getting suits, I want one too.
And Maya, of course. That goes without saying.
I see. Well, I could possibly arrange for such things, Mr. Koloff, but I don't like making negotiations on an empty stomach. I believe that brunch will be ready soon. Would you all care to join me?
There's a half second of visible confusion on his face, because we negotiated yesterday.
Oh yeah,
did not.
is this a current?
You did not. You specifically did not negotiate yet.
No, I know, but I go for like the ritual, right? It's like
it's like
Mm-hmm.
look at that. A sign of social weakness. Edward stands up. We would love to have brunch with you too, and afterwards, or maybe during, discuss our further amenity requirements.
Oh,
Before we,
lovely.
fantastic. I am glad to hear it. Again, once more, thank you for housing us in these circumstances.
Of course, old chum, of course, of course. I'm so riveted even to hear more of your daring tales. A very good meal, of course. Of course.
Yes, of course.
You mentioned last night that something of yours had also been stolen.
Oh, no, nothing of that sort.
Sorry
no,
if it's
no
a-
thieves, monk here. Are you
No,
talking
no,
about the
no.
incident with Miss Alice? Yes. I would
We're
love
talking
to tell
about
you
the-
more.
Yeah, the mirror, which is active.
Got
The
it, okay.
Ambrosian artifact, which is active in doing things.
Yes, it seems it might be doing something. But again, he kind of lessens. Oh, by the way, he turns to Maya. So you're a fan of Sebastian Artwood, is that correct, young miss? Yeah.
Sebastian Art? No. All right, Sebastian Artwood is merely a vessel for the greatness that is Ranger Rick.
Oh, you, a student of the performing arts? I'm sure that Mr. Artwood would love to hear your theories. He is a very interesting dinner, conversationalist, I must say. A very devoted actor.
What do you mean?
Oh no.
Oh, I'm saying he does enjoy meeting his fans. I can pass that along for you.
I mean, she kind of looks away.
Yes, look away.
That's really not necessary.
Oh, don't worry about it, young miss. Don't worry about it. Now come, we have some, I have some omelets I need to address in the dining room, if you would care to join me.
Carmen is going to get up and follow after the doctor, or whoever of the doctor's staff is going.
Edward is also there. He's
There is
there.
a firm hand on Maya's shoulder that is also leading her to the dining room.
You know, and while the doctor's back is all to you, Edward's like staring at all of you, like he's turning. You know, he's physically shifted. It's like,
Edward, you can
Maya-
literally use,
Yeah.
you're really telepathic. Why are you doing visual signals?
still getting used to. God, you're right. Oh man. All right, like while he's doing that, and he pauses, like, oh my God, I have mental powers now. Fucking the voice jumps from mind to mind in the room. Please join us. Please. It's respectful. It's courteous and expected.
You hear a reply back if
Do
you
I?
don't quickly jump out of Maya's head.
I'm waiting for replies. I want a fucking recognition. I am actively avoiding your active thoughts. I'm putting up a fucking mental shield. I'm trying to shield myself from, like, it's there. It's filtering through. I'm outside the theater. It's like, oh, Ranger Rick is playing. I know.
No. All right, you're locked out. We know. It simply, the reply simply is, Simon was pretty hungry.
The fucking, you know what? He can join too. Why not? Who cares at this fucking point? Will you join Simon as his guest? You don't want Simon to go there alone, Maya. It's gonna be super awkward. That fat rat sitting at the end of the table with no one to talk for him, no one to, speak for him.
I
It's
don't
a
know why
social
you would
faux pas.
call him fat. That's rather rude.
Maya,
I
I've only
simply
seen him-
meant that he was going to join as a guest as well.
Of course he is, because it involves Maya. I've seen him. I've not fit. I've never. I don't think I've ever physically seen him in person. I've only seen how he was projecting in your mind, and he is the fattest rat I've ever seen.
He is a stout king amongst rats.
You know what? Sure. You know what?
And
He's
you should give him a little bit of leeway. His whole family just died. That's pretty messed up. Maybe they're not dead, but he's probably never going to see him again.
sure. I'm sure that rat has a lot to think about and process.
He does. Caleb would
Right.
know.
Cam isn't here right now, and
Yeah,
I
I've
don't-
noticed.
And if Cam was here, I'm sure he would have some sympathies for the rat, because Caleb has the inherent ability to think on the scale of a rat and a spider and whatever he well chooses and pleases. But as a matter of recourse, yes, I don't see why they would not be accepted with open arms, to feed their appetite and to respect their mourning. All things considered, I just need you here, and of course your compatriot. I need all of you here to follow us for brunch.
Why would I not go to brunch? We've not eaten in so long.
Maya, you are a growing enigma. I've spoken to you twice. I'm not counting this instance because this is all mental. The last time I mentally tried to communicate with you, I was bombarded, assailed, and assaulted by Ranger Rick films. It was nonsense, in terms of like the sheer bombardment. It hit my mind.
Would you like to see more of them?
He's gone. He's gone. He jumps. Like that's his cue. He's gone. He's out of your mind. That's just out of there.
Now, up to this moment, Koloff, your companion, Hugh Gilt, has been remaining silent and just listening. And he catches your arm as you're leaving and leans in. Mr. Koloff, just a quick word before we go to our meal.
Whatever you
I'm-
like, Hugh.
Not sure you're familiar with the social graces of human society. So it sounds to me like our host here, Dr. Whitehall, is going to attempt to leverage his position over you and request something in exchange for the things you're asking. Just, he's not going to be upright about it, just so you know. I would like you to just keep that in mind moving forward. He's going to be dance around the issue, kind of pulls his fingers, just so you're aware. That's how they do it in human society.
He implied that he was familiar with mine, and if he knew anything about the children of Gozar, then he would know that the promises I made last night are ironclad. Whatever it is he needs that I can provide, I will do so, but that bond of hospitality is sacred to our people. Again, he has emphasized his knowledge of our culture, so I would hope that he wouldn't try anything as underhanded as leveraging such against me.
Sorry, take a breath. Well, Mr. Cloth, his knowledge might be a tad shallow. Just so you're aware of your culture. I just wanted to, since he has the upper hand here, I just wanted to level the playing field before we proceed. We should probably proceed
Frustrating.
now.
But I have seen his warriors, and in comparison to myself and those around us, they are lacking.
Not in numbers, they ain't.
No, but in skill and grit, I am confident that we have the advantage.
Well, of course. So, that was a bit too southern. Of course, Mr. Cola, of course. But Shall we proceed? I have enough hunger to eat a racehorse.
Before that, Guild, let me thank you for your insight. I am less familiar with underhanded leadership than I would like to be the case.
Of course, friend. Yeah, I have your back. If you got mine, he pats your back.
Always.
And so you all make your way to a stately dining room, a long table laid out, and it is just covered with somewhat basic but very elegant sort of array of breakfast or lunch items. There are bowls of fruit. There are soft-boiled eggs up in their little egg cups that the servants come and cut in half for you to eat out of with a spoon. There are omelets made to order, ready, hot over the pan. There's all kinds of coffee, hot coffee, tea, champagne, orange juice, whatever you like to, what beverage you would like to have with your meal. There's plenty of toast to be had, fresh, of course. There are some roasted potatoes, breakfast meats, large strips of honey roasted ham and bacon. You can kind of imagine this nice kind of not super elaborate but still very fine layout for you all to sit and eat.
You can't keep doing this to me, Grace. I now want to eat food.
I mean, I'm not gonna stop you from eating food.
Yeah, but we need a break to make food. Is the
I mean,
issue?
yeah, we can have a break. We
No, we don't need a break yet. We can have a break after food.
I can only describe the breakfast. I cannot give it to you, Bird. I'm sorry.
I know, it's very sad. My heart is breaking.
Edward is gonna help himself to omelets and breakfast meats and coffee.
Koloth does that, but through an intermediary. He, of course, asks one of the staff to prepare for him literally everything, and he feasts heartily, but politely.
If there's a
Carmen ate like
pause,
she's in a workhouse.
if there's a pause between the servants and Koloff, Edward would step in some like exchange of that process to like, all right, here's your plate, Koloff. Here's your coffee, Koloff.
Thank you.
Yeah,
He's a
Maya
little bit surprised because you're a hobgoblin, but hey, it's fine. Not a hobgoblin, sorry, you're a bugbear.
I'm not a bugbear. I'm literally a human.
No,
Sure, whatever.
you're,
No, you don't
you're rank.
understand the rank.
I clearly don't. I know nothing. Like, Nighttown has taught me nothing about their fucking culture. I just know that fucking Koloff assumes he has expectations. We clued on that immediately.
Listen, you got magic. There's goblins for that.
I don't even know if it's magic. It's magic. I have not dug into it yet. I've not been given the opportunity to dig into it yet. But
Yeah. He thanks you, but he thanks you like a friend getting you something, right?
that's fine and fair. Like it's like some like Edward casually worries that if would Koloff even feed himself if there was no one here to step in?
Of course, just when no one's looking. Otherwise, it'd be gauche.
Gauche.
And he's like, oh, thank you, Edward. I thoroughly enjoy coffee.
As do I. Anything on the table there that you're looking forward to, that you want to sample?
I've already let the servants know my order, but I appreciate your thoughtfulness.
I don't think. I think this is more of a self-serve kind of thing. And with that in mind, again, if there's anything you're looking for in particular.
It might have been previously, but I've let them know my needs. Thank you.
Of course. All right. Well, now I have to talk to a couple other people.
Oh, and also this may be kind of weird, but he is like carrying the baton, like.
Oh yeah,
as
no,
it
Carmen
were,
is
or-
as well, and I thought I mentioned that earlier. She still fucking has it. It's in the folds of her robes.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
you're,
like,
you're,
you
still,
gotta
you're
stay
still.
armed.
Oh, you're still strapped. That's cute. I'm technically a magic caster. I'm always strapped.
Bitch,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
all
yeah.
of us are blessed by daddy's gifts, so fuck off.
It's not Daddy's gifts. It's the aliens that bless Daddy. I don't fucking know. I'm still digging
It's still
into
apparently genetically thinks he's your dad because of it. Anyway.
Imagine just walking around, open carrying stun batons when you could have a fancy dwarvish cloak hiding your rifle.
Oh no, we have to show
Nice,
it.
that's a rifle.
Yeah, we were like strapped. All of us were carrying weapons. We're like, yes. Thank you, servants. Bring me coffee and bacon.
Jesus Christ.
Maya
Again-
is going to grab 2 plates. One is like 90% meat with like a little bit egg, maybe a slice of toast. The
Right.
other one, all toast. If there's any fruit, it's got some fruit on there. And Simon is just going to openly be put on that plate.
The bread plate?
No,
So
no,
Carmen-
she makes a second plate, Trent.
Yeah,
with the
Carmen
bread
is
and the
going to be
fruit.
sneaking some variety of not bread onto the mouse plate because that's horrible for their
Again, I was saying, we're on the same page, Bird. I'm like, we're staring at the fucking bread plate for the rat. I'm going, what? That's
So
all he's
Simon-
getting?
Favorite.
Is that when the
Just
I
open?
understand it's his favorite. Give
Just-
him some meat. Yes,
Just-
hi, I'm Carmen.
Just
Simon-
because it's his
Hey, hang on. Simon, is that when they open?
Yes.
Oh, out in the open.
God damn
You
it.
hear
Yeah, why
a
not?
shriek over your shoulder
Oh, no.
as one of the maids goes, "Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!" Like points is like,
It's
Oh.
a pet.
Familiar. I would
Pet.
use the terminology familiar. It's more.
I don't think that
Just
most people will know what that means because I don't necessarily know what that means.
Fucking. How common is magic? I think familiar is a fairly common term.
You know, to have
It's
a
a- it's alright,
familiar,
Darla,
one
as
must have
Whitehall
magic.
says.
And if I had
You-
magic, I would
you're
have
a-
been locked up with you, but I wasn't because I don't have magic.
Anyway, it's a pet.
Oh, okay. You don't have magic, wink.
you'll have
She's
to
going to just look at you incredulously.
please. You'll have
Fucking-
to
I-
excuse our guest, Miss Darla. Whitehall's like kind of calming her down now as the servants are staring
I
at the rat on the
apologize
plate
again.
at the
We should
table.
have emphasized what we had. Sorry.
You know what?
No, no, it's all right. I have a friend I will not name who's fond of this, of the
If I was-
rat family and likes to keep breed them. Actually,
Part of me wishes I made a wizard so I could just fact check specs every fucking instance because unfortunately I'm a warlock. I don't know how magic works actually.
Yeah,
so-
no, Carmen's like, no, it's a pet.
Yeah, I guess I don't fucking know any better because I'm a tome warlock. I'm not a back to the chain.
Exactly. That said, Maya, you know what you should do? Kind of lowered voice. You should ask if any of the drakes have pups.
Oh God.
You know, I sure. Eventually.
If we stay
Why do you
here,
want
why
a Drake
not?
pup?
They're cute. Have you seen them?
They're not bullet.
They're cute.
All right. Also, Bullet got you arrested actively.
That was not his fault. That was that elf bitch's fault. He says this very loudly.
there's people turning to look at you all as you're talking. Dr. Zitaru
They
kind
should be
of
looking.
coughs into like her napkin.
No.
Carmen goes back to eating.
Edward is unfortunately still plugged into the social scene because he doesn't know any better.
Bullets, says Whitehall. That brings me back. Yes, it does. I remember coming across a wild herd of bullets on our expedition, well, to the western cliffs. Oh my. You could feel them coming from a mile off. The whole earth was all a tremor. He kind of is making a big show of it. And I knew I would only have one shot. He mimics his rifle, or else he would be swallowed in an instant.
All right then.
Fascinating beasts. Beautiful. Their strong outer armored core. Wait, just, glistens. I can understand why people have turned it into armor. Makes sense.
Wait, you didn't turn it into armor? Why even
Oh.
kill it then?
My apologies, my dear. It's just merely a matter of self-defense. Man versus monstrosity.
You just said you were looking for them.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to mislead. Of course not. Of course. No, it was an expedition to an ancient and frozen ruin out in the Wild West. When I was but a young man,
And then
Oh,
and they
like
saw-
Ranger
and the
Rick.
Sifara Cliffs. That was the same expedition which I felled that great beast you saw over my mantle.
Oh, indeed.
Oh, the manticore.
Oh,
There's a
so
there's a glance
she
over
is
to
well
Maya at
studied
that.
in monstrosities. Not a city slicker, are you? Of course not. I can see quite clearly on the first glance that you are a young woman of the world, of the wilds.
Where did you find the manticore? Can we get more?
I'm afraid, young miss, you'll have to travel far from the city to see wild manticore in its native environment. Though I have heard that the New Amphrosion Zoo does have one on exhibit. If you wish to see one sometime in the future, perhaps not immediately, as I understand it, your positions are a little bit precarious, but it is there. And they are beautiful creatures, I assure you. Ferocious, fierce, shining coats, barbed manes, like you wouldn't believe.
Maya, didn't you tell me that they had the intelligence of an average human man?
Oh yeah, they're terribly, terribly smart.
It depends
was-
on your definition
Continues
of an
eating.
average
And-
man. They're
Yeah, and-
definitely smarter than most animals, though. Near human
continues
intelligence.
eating.
They're definitely smarter than most humans that Maya has met.
Yeah, they're definitely smarter than your average human supremacist.
Yes.
Oh man.
Aw,
And
he got
nothing
left
of value
behind.
is lost in the in the left behind.
Just failed his
Yeah.
roles to navigate out. That's true.
You
Ah,
hate
we love that. Love to hear
It's a
that.
shame that you left him behind.
Oh, it's a shame. Absolute
So
shame. I left
sad.
that man.
You know, it's honestly worth the hit to our characters that we're taking by not having saved him.
Yep.
I-
Milestone, who is she? We don't have to do it, the human supremacist.
Besides
that
you,
human
Creed is
supremacist.
just like
Yeah, we have the
inhaling
better one than
food
you guys.
with both hands.
It's
just-
honestly the exact same as
forking-
Carmen. It's
forking it all.
honestly like only slightly better because we've been trained to use knives and forks. But by God, there's food in front of us, we eat it. And eat and continue.
Are any of the drakes nearby, Grace?
Not in the dining room. Though
Oh.
you did see in the parlor there was a drake that was sleeping near Dr. Whitehall's armchair.
Maya is pocketing away some of this meat with the intention of just giving it to the drake later.
Noted. And you all enjoy the finest, most decadent meal that you've had in your memory, in your recent memory. since being incarcerated, as you'll have your fill. Around the time people seem to be sated, satisfied, Dr. Whitehall will once again look up from his seat at the table. Oh, well then. Now that, I mention it, that artifact that you brought very late last evening, so quite a beautiful piece. In fact, I've hunted across this whole continent for such intact ancient Ambrosian artifacts such as that scepter. Rarely have I seen such a fine specimen. Indeed. Absolutely beautiful. Not a crack on it, as if it's been preserved this whole time.
You do understand that it's not a piece of jewelry, correct?
It kind of gets this kind of smug laughter at that. My dear, I of course love to look at them, but as beyond the pristine aesthetics, I am a scholar. All the Ambrosian artifacts under my care are here for academic reasons.
What would you gain from studying how to raise the undead?
I do not need to study how to raise the undead. It is not a pursuit that is of any interest to me, of course. Aside from the fact it is, of course, quite illegal. Also, rather, if I do say so, as a arcanist, I must say, it is rather droll, gauche even. It's not even the most efficient means of, getting any task done. Necromancy. A favorite only of cultists and of spiritus magicians who wish to garner more power by sapping it from life force around them. No, I'm not. I have no interest in that. I just said I'm a scholar. I do not wish to go into too many specifics. My lecturing days at the university are over. I'm afraid I put that in my past. I will say, however, when it comes to the ancient Ambrosians, their methods of necromancy are far different, far less blunt than ours, more sophisticated. It is of great interest to me as a scholar of ancient Ambrosia I wish to study this artifact to gain a better understanding of how do I put this for you, this audience? Let's see. You all realize, of course, that Ambrosian artifacts are far more powerful than any magical objects that we can, even in our modern era, can create ourselves. Yes? Are you aware? Looks around the table.
There's a slow
Coloth's
nod.
nodding.
There's a slow nod from Carmen as well. Less certain than Koloth's more relaxed attitude. But there.
It is rather fascinating, really, when you get into it. Because Ambrosian is so difficult to decipher, and unfortunately it has a tendency to drive those who study it mad. It is difficult to say exactly how their magic functioned. But what we do know is this. They did not use spiritus magic. It was the magic of modern wizards. However, they were more keen, better adapted to manipulating the raw essence of life than any other culture that we know of today, and they imbue life force into the artifacts to power it. That is the working theory for why these artifacts are so much more powerful. You brought me an artifact that deals directly with the control of life forces, with necromancy. This could, this could set and frozen studies forward by leaps and bounds. If I were to study it and learn exactly, well, the functionality behind it. And now, of course, yes, Miss Carmen, it was right.
The functionality behind it. I'll be the first to admit that I am not the most versed in matters of academia. However, what it sounds to me, what you are asking for is for a weapon that has a means to capture and corrupt souls, that is held within a component that is capable of rendering you mad, and you want
Indeed.
to study it
Indeed.
for
Miss
no
Carmen.
benefit
No
besides
benefit.
other than to understand it.
Miss Carmen,
He's
you are
already got some of them. Clearly, he's already mad. Leave the man alone, Carmen.
kinda gestures. Not quite. I assure you, I am most sane. I am an academic. I do not seek to use the power of this relic for my personal gain. My artifacts have been placed in a sterile environment. They are not to be used as well. There are plenty collectors out there in the city who would lust after the power that this could grant them. The ancient erosion black market is rife with criminals, with the worst kinds of people. Here,
Perhaps
I will keep it safe.
we could consider loaning it to you then.
Alone.
Temporarily.
I would like to do an insight check on this man as to whether or not he is actively attempting to be genuine with us, or whether or not he is attempting to conceal an underlying desire with which to use this potential thing. Or
yeah,
sell
please. Please go ahead.
I
and-
am going to
yeah.
use my human capability to roll with advantage once.
Okay, you're gonna use your inspiration.
Yes, let me check that. I might be able to roll it after I roll. Immediately after re-rolling it, so I can actually keep it just in case.
Okay. Natural 17, a total of 21. It's pretty good. Alright. So Carmen, now that you've rested, you have a full stomach. You're in you have better hold of yourself. You're finally getting to have a good read on this individual who is hosting you. At least for the time being, this Dr. Whitehall. There's the exterior things that are obvious to you. The fact that this is a very self-assured man. 21, you see that this is a person who's used to being in charge. He's used to having things owed to him. And so all the things you've directed at him, the little barbs people have said, all of those have washed right off of him. Because they're not of any concern to him at all. This man, he's in control here in his house, his environment. Regarding the artifact, you can see, first of all, that he is very much desirous of the artifact. He definitely wants to have it. But you don't think he's lying when he says that he has no desire to use it.
Say that again?
You don't think he's lying when he says that he has no desire to use it. As it is intended, which is to raise the dead or control it. When he said that,
Wait.
you didn't get any hint of deception from that. He seemed like he was even steamrolling you, saying like, "Of course I'm not gonna do that. That's so gauche. I'm not gonna do that."
Carmen would look at him, and there would be an almost genuine sort of confusion on her face as she asked, "Why do you want to study this? What is the point?"
Well, he takes a sip of champagne from a fluted glass. Because, my dear, it is not only my life's work, but, well, the legacy of my entire family. Our raison d'etre, a reason to do what we do, to understand ancient Amphrosia better.
And what will be gained from understanding them better?
Well, my dear, we live here in the city called New Amphros, but I'm not certain how well your understanding of history is. But all that we have, this technology, is all thanks to the power we've gained from ancient Amphrosia. We harvested it from the earth, from the ancient ruins. From that, we were able to create ethereal light that powers our cities, our vehicles, our homes. All that we owe to these ancient peoples that we still understand so little of. What they accomplished, what they left behind, their reasons for doing what they did. Does that not alone merit better understanding?
What could be gained from the study of this artifact? What progress, if I'm understanding you correctly, could be gained from this one?
He glances to Dr. Zitaru with like an eyebrow raised, kind of like the unlearned, am I right? And he turns to you. An artifact as intact and active as this one is not easy to come by. By studying this, we can further glean how ancient Amphrosion society was able to create what it was able to create. What cost they paid to do so, and perhaps why their society collapsed. That sort of understanding could, well, instruct us to do better than they did. As I said, they used manipulation of life forces and their magic to power their technology. It is illegal now, but even today there are, well, certain people in the industries who would perhaps push for more lax legislation regarding the harnessing of magical power. I wish to understand what exactly it costs them to power their artifacts. How many people, well, I don't wish to bring up these macabre conversations over a meal, but there was probably, most likely from what I understand, a lot of sacrifice of humanoids during the times of ancient Amphrosia, what they did to get to where they got. The better we know about the society, the better we know about our own. And even today, even though it is of course banned, there are still, well, you saw what happened on Morgato. There are still some cults who would like to bring back ancient Amphrosion ways.
I don't even know if what was down there was activated by a cult. You can understand my recalcitrance.
Miss Carmen, may I ask, are you classically trained?
No.
You're quite young still. You have a keen mind for it. Perhaps there's still time. You seem to have a lot of interest in this artifact. Is there any particular reason why?
Worry. We don't know what caused the creature down below to form or activate. We don't know anything except for the fact that when we opened a room, a creature that was wielding this managed to summon forth 8 more of its kind within less than 6 seconds.
He nods.
Is that not concerning?
She's civic-minded with a generous heart, which is exactly why we have to stay so careful. Please understand That's why we're discussing alone, so that we can assuage those concerns.
Oh,
If
of
you
course.
say it's for progress, and for certain, it can be for progress. However, putting it inside of putting it on display does not sound like a appropriate reaction for something that is, quite honestly, capable of potentially raising a part of the city if fallen into the wrong hands.
Of course, that's why it's so fortunate that you brought it to my door. Like I said, on the black market, such an item, why it could get you a prince's fortune, and it would most likely fall into the wrong hands if you were to do such a thing. But so fortunate that you brought it here instead. Well, it can be properly looked after. Now, you question my logic for wishing to learn more about it. I understand you do not have the upbringing that I have been afforded. But at Covington Conservatory, we have a dearly held belief that all knowledge is valuable and priceless. It is that pursuit of that knowledge that we can arm ourselves better against the next Morgato incident. I hope you can understand that at least. There are some citizens of the city who believe that such knowledge is better left buried, but there is nothing to be gained from blind ignorance.
I don't want for blind ignorance, I just want for care to be made.
All care will of course be made. Like I said. Oh, forgive me. He kind of stands up and clings his fork against his glass. A toast to my new and most welcome guests to this wonderful, unexpected surprise of Dr. Zitaru being delivered back to us safely, to these most harrowing and most entrancing stories that you have shared with us today, and of course, to this gorgeous artifact that you have safely delivered against all odds from the undead monsters that you fought. And of course, guess who bring me such a invaluable item I will be in great debt to, he says, looking at you all very carefully, and he holds Kolos' eyes for a while when he says that.
Bringing it to him? Oh, we need them. He's being slimy. Alright, so he's like...
Carmen
pouring
is
his
going
eyes
to
at
look
Kolos.
toward Ed directly.
Directly? What does that mean?
She doesn't typically establish eye contact with Edward.
That's...
You sense she wants something.
Oh, I sense she wants something.
Get in my head, brain boy.
That's the first ask. That's not comfortable, but okay. We're there.
Right. I'm going to need you. This. I'm going to need you to alert the others to determine what they want to do. Heard?
What everyone intends to do with the estate.
What everyone intends to do with the artifact that we are currently discussing.
As far as I understand, when it comes to the artifact, the scepter, which projects death, no one wants anything to do with it.
Yeah, except for the fact the guy who we're currently talking to.
I mean, he has all right, I'd like to point out, I'm not sure if you're aware, he has an active inversion mirror that's kind of just awake, just doing its own shit, and just in a fucking storage facility. Just, it's active. Don't go in that room. For the love of God, don't go in that room.
Yeah, except for the fact that the entire conversation that we've currently been having,
Yes.
is about he wants the scepter.
Of course he does, because it's an inversion artifact,
Okay.
and
What do the rest of the people feel about this?
Ed is not going to. Ed's not going to step on any toes. Carmen doesn't seem to like him for some reason. Weird.
So-
No,
I know.
Carmen is asking you to determine what other people are thinking about with regards to the scepter.
You want me to use my mental abilities to, unbeknownst to them,
See
read their
what other
surface
people
thoughts?
think.
Sure.
Or just communicate with them.
Done.
Either or.
I'm going to communicate with you all. I'm not going to communicate with the people that are just kind of like floating here. Yeah, I'll read minds. I'll jump into Whitehall's first off.
Well,
Alright.
that works too. That wasn't what I was expecting, but okay, boss.
So, in dressing things in order, Tyler, try not to roll without me calling for a roll in the future.
I will never.
Oh yes. So I
Oh, okay.
misinterpreted that.
So, you're holding his gaze right in and there. With your
Yes.
intimidation check at 11, it's kind of
Oh, well, we're gonna actually make it a 14.
Alright, so you bump up to 14. As he meets Colos's gaze and holds it there for longer, and he adds, as you're holding
Actually,
it,
I'm inspired. We're gonna re-roll it too. Why
you do
not?
have inspiration if you want to reroll.
Because he did a thing where he assumed that it was his already,
Mm-hmm.
which is completely unacceptable and a violation of his role as host.
Oh boy.
And 18
So
this
it's actually
time.
22. 21. We add 3.
Ah.
And he addresses Coloth directly this time. And of course, since you're so gracious to loan it to me to study, nods. And as long as you're loaning it to me, I of course will continue to extend my home and any sort of amenities that you should need. I recall you requested some tailored suits. That could be arranged. He nods.
No, we're being bribed.
Colette does a quick glance over to Carmen and Maya after that with his eyes, but not the whole body. The rest of it's like still pointed at him, but he's like, do they seem like that's a good idea? Because it's not a
Carmen-
unilateral decision.
Will cross her hands and say, if ever you hear of anything, or if ever it comes into threats, I want to be alerted. We want to be alerted.
Of course. You seem like you've proven apt in dealing with such threats of ancient and frozen nature already. Quite impressive from a motley crew of, well, pardon if I bring up your rugged history again, of convicts.
Speaking of the motley nature of that, we are going to need more weapons.
Weapons? Whatever for?
There's a zombie apocalypse.
Oh,
It's
my dear, he's so quick to... He looks at Koloth. Not gonna get anything there. Dr. Sitaru, nope. Looks at Edward. Dames, am I right?
Edward's
No,
looking
so
at him
quick
as
to
like, I'm
fuss.
reading your mind.
Alright, so you... As he's looking to you for some sympathy with dealing with who he thinks is probably a
Dealing with Carmen's
hysterical
everything.
young woman at this point. Albeit one from a rough upbringing, but she seems like she's being a little hysterical.
Oh
you
boy.
you were in his mind. Oh man, boy, lie. What have you brought to my house? They don't seem to get it, do they? Oh, patience, Everett, patience. Don't push too hard. You feel this bit of self-restraint. It's like, no good will come from turning him onto the streets now. No. Far better to keep him here longer.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Well,
So you're gonna clear our names if we do what you want, right?
I don't think that was ever on the board.
He blinks.
Yeah, I know it wasn't on the board, Trent.
Clear your names. Oh, well. He, like, swishes his drink a little bit, looks into it. I don't wish to pry into what, well, landed you in, Morgado to begin with. Kind of considers that. You
As far as the
will-
authorities,
Or,
Oh,
what
sorry.
was that?
I was just saying, as far as the authorities should be concerned, we all died in that prison.
Very true.
Maybe I want to keep my identity.
Lamau.
Well, I assume you can, just don't go telling local police forces.
Well, think about this, young miss. Who gets such a stunning chance to start over anew like you all have been given today?
Or you could just get us a pardon. You can buy that, right?
Well,
Sounds a
I...
little bold when they're looking for a scapegoat.
He's smiling as he considers that. I'm afraid I don't wish to ask the vulgar details of your sentences. I'm not entirely sure exactly how serious they are. I do have my connections, of course, but moving forward, given the circumstances of the island of Morgado, it might be best if you all laid low for a bit while they sort things out. I can certainly start to work, applying my connections, perhaps. If you are as heroic as you tell me you have been, I could even perhaps get the mayor's heir regarding circumstances, but it's going to take quite a lot of leverage to get a full pardon for every last one of you. Like I said, though, such guests with such riveting stories, such wonderful things that they've brought to my house, including, of course, the wonderful Dr. Zitaru, motions at her. This beautiful artifact, I am in your debt, and you will, of course, well, regardless of your, rough and tumble past, will find that my rooms remain available to you all.
It is unwise to ask without to act like this without the full consent of the entourage. Do you mind giving us a moment? We can step outside the room if needed.
Oh, by all means. You seem like a very close-knit crew. If you wish to speak in privacy, kind of like motions. By all means.
Carmen's going to stand up and walk out, following Kola.
Same.
Yeah.
Gum brain boy.
I
And
mean, sure.
Once we get out into the hallway or wherever we have been directed, we can't let him have this artifact on his own. We can have it while we're here.
Okay.
We would be able to at least respond to if anything happened regarding it while we're here.
Sure.
And that would give us a place to stay.
Yes, which is the
We
current
don't
place to
currently
stay.
have
Like,
that.
right.
I
Maya,
don't like it, but
your opinion
He's-
carries more weight than most.
Look, this guy. I know this guy. I've lived with this guy.
Oh.
Just like my mother.
okay.
All right.
Oh.
So
Explain.
don't worry about it. So the way I see it, if he wants us to stay here, and we want to stay here because then we get to keep an eye on the artifact, we should make him pay us.
Are we not currently going to be doing that?
I mean, we're asking for weapons, we're asking for suits. We need to be blunt with rich men. Otherwise, they're just going to pay you in weapons and suits.
And housing.
And
much-
housing.
Money are you expecting to gain from this, man? How much? There's a pause. How much is reasonable to request?
Ed,
Yes.
what do you
How
think?
much would be reasonable to request from this man?
We aren't selling him
I-
anything right now. He's loaning the object from you, and
Yes.
he'll give it back when it's time for us to leave. Everything we ask for is extra, and he will
Correct.
give it to us because he's obligated to do so under the rules of hospitality.
Under the loan of the artifact.
Right.
It's all part of it.
Yes.
It's all part of it. We share, he shares. Share and share alike.
I do think that what Maya is stating is asking for a reasonable sum for the
Maya,
protection of the artifact as well.
Maya kind of motions to her head to try and get Edward to jump in.
There it is.
Everyone's trying to get Brave
you-
Boy.
What do you mean by that? What are you doing?
Yeah, dude, yeah. What's going on here?
If you say numbers out loud, you could probably hear it.
What, I mean, you can shout numbers out loud, and people can probably hear it. That's true.
Well, she wants you to.
Do you wish to take over the negotiations? Very well.
No. I want Ed to take over the negotiations.
Oh my God. All right. You want me to? All right. Like, I am just casually jumping between minds, I guess. And
Well, we are currently outside, all talking in a circle.
oh, I get it.
Huh?
And again, Ed is just casually jumping between minds at this point, and it seems Maya's inviting me in. There's hesitation. Maybe all of you don't quite detect that hesitation.
No,
Maybe-
it's clear, but Whitehall has taken a liking to you, and so you make a good point, Maya. Edward, I'm officially allowing you to negotiate on behalf of Clan Kulov. Please coordinate with Maya for this discussion. You have my utmost trust.
So Ed
You had
is.
to on the hand.
So do you wrap up the discussions then?
Yeah.
doing.
I mean, yeah, we did.
All right, fantastic.
You are now going to act as our main go-between,
Make it
and
so.
for the rich people and you all. All right, fair
for the
enough.
rich people,
I
and you
guess.
are. Yeah,
Yeah.
congratulations, socialite son.
It is tempered, base knowledge at best, and it is being heavily tested. Heavily tested, one by things have changed, and also two, you all. I don't think fucking experienced veteran socialites had to fucking have you on their fucking left
Sure.
wing.
No, just also ask for a bit more money, or not, if you don't think that it's a reasonable ask.
It's a reasonable ask if we just give him the artifact, and some of you have
We are
fucking-
giving him the artifact on loan.
Yeah, on loan. There's stipulations. All right, see, it's the stipulation things that
Well, he already agreed to the stipulations.
Of course he did, because he really wants it.
Yeah.
Which we've squandered in. All right, well, we're not here. We're not going to talk about that here now.
You're simply asking for a budget, so we don't mistakenly overextend his finances while we stay with him.
overextend his finances.
It's a polite way of calling his economics into question. The higher the number he provides us as a stipend, the more wealthy he seems. That kind of prestige is valued heavily among the sons of Gozar.
Sure.
You people say sons.
Do we say sons? I don't remember saying sons.
Really, the translation is more accurate as children, but sons feels better in your language.
Does it? Hey, whatever you prefer. Yeah, the brunch hall and Edward, all right, the brunch hall, what is the time at this point? 11?
It's getting close
A
to
little
noon
bit
at this
after that.
point.
Yeah, we've been eating for an hour.
Edward has not really specifically eaten at this point, so he's still going to partake of all that brunch.
Oh, you were given time to eat before the
You
talks
were.
started.
It was an hour to eat.
Yeah.
That's fair. However, Edward is still hungry.
That is also fair. There were multiple days where we were only fed 2 meals.
Yes. And Edward actually gave up his own meals to lesser Lux.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And when you come in, you see that Whitehall is kind of leaned in close with Dr. Zutario. They're kind of talking lowly to each other when you come in. And he perks up when you come in, back into the, oh, welcome back. Well, I trust that you're able to work out whatever it was that you needed to be discussed. Please, have a seat.
It's a sensitive issue. We thank you for your patience. And then he gestures to Edward.
We'll also
know.
God damn it.
and we'll return to our seats.
Now then, about those suits you wanted ordered, Mr. Koloff. I can hit a tailor coming from uptown. He could arrive perhaps later today if I ring in right now. Does that sound suitable to you?
Well, look at that. Edward is again reading those service thoughts. Jumps on Whitehall. All right, all right. Let's see what you're really thinking about, because that's why I'm tapped in, because they know what I can do, because I made the unfortunate mistake of opening up with what I can do.
It's very targeted now at Koloff. You can see that he's sizing him up. He's like, now this one is different. This one, I think, was from a wealthy family. If I just give him what he wants, then I think we can close this and move on. Surely, he's a hobgoblin. Surely he understands.
Surely you understand, Koloff, right? It's like fucking just fucking deluge feed this to him.
Yeah, meanwhile in Koloff's brain, he's like, I sure hope this guy's honorable. He's got a bugbear. Are bugbears here savages too, I wonder? How long does it take before someone serves someone like the doctor at the prison who tortures a man for a living? That's the kind of things that are going through Koloff's mind. Which, if you look at him, his face is like full stone, just eyeballing Whitehall, just locked straight in, not a single movement, like a statue left there. His hair's immaculate still, his beard immaculate,
Of course.
staring.
Yeah. You know what, Koloff? If you want to pay any special attention to his own givings or misgivings, he seems to be very keenly aware of, or making a positive impression, just to kind of dismiss you outright.
Dismiss.
He's going through the motions. Again, everything that was projected, that all that language, all that want is extended readily to you, Koloff.
Now, at this point,
Koloff?
there's been a long enough pause. As he speaks up, it's like, sorry, Mr. Koloff, I trust it's been some time since I've had the opportunity to dine with one of your kind. I hope I didn't offend you by any means.
Not at all.
Meanwhile, in the background, like Edward.
Your hospitality would be returned twofold at our clan hall.
He nods. Oh, and I very much look forward to that honor.
He looks towards Edward again, who's supposed to be leading this negotiation,
Mm-hmm.
and nods. He kind of like a "I trust you." He smiles a bit, and then nods like, "You've got this, Edward. I believe in you. It's all good. Don't worry. Whatever you get, you get." Her surface thoughts are just, "Whatever you get, you get." Go ahead.
All right. You feel a presence leave your mind, call off like, okay, you
Yeah.
are a fucking. All right.
100% trust. That's it. That's where we're at. It's like you guys escaped a prison with him. You're clearly a warrior. You guys all chose to accompany the hobgoblin.
No,
Okay, great.
I fucking.
That's
I
I put it in your hands.
No.
Whatever you say goes.
Shit. Okay, fine. Okay. Doctor Whitehall, is that preferred? I don't want to step
Oh,
on
please,
any
call me
toes.
Everard.
First
Are
name.
you-
He really
are
doesn't
you-
know our culture.
Is your name also Edward?
No, not Edward, Everard.
Oh, Everard. Okay, I was very confused
Yeah.
there for a moment. All right. Okay. Everard. Yeah, and we of course are very gracious for being made. You availing us to your state and certainly the quarters of.
He nods.
We have little reason to deny your request, all things considered, to study and keep secure the Ambrosian artifact in our possession.
I assure you, it will be most secure.
Yes,
course.
I imagine it will, much like the mirror that, acts on its own.
Oh, that is, of course, going to be looked into shortly. No worries there. An exciting
No.
development, though.
It's different, and honestly, I mean, part of the reason why I was looking forward to making this acquaintance was your expert knowledge on Ambrosians.
Indeed, it's quite a happy circumstance. Providence, even.
Yes, I mean, your associate spoke highly of you and your own keen interest in the Ambrosians.
Oh, it extends a bit beyond interest, my dear chap. But I get your meaning, of course.
Thank you. Again, you are most gracious. Is there anything else you require of us? I know we are asking a lot of you.
Nothing. You're asking almost nothing at all, in fact. I am so grateful to have. It's been some time. Most dinner parties I've had in these past years since my retirement have been so dull. It's so nice having such vivacious, varied guests in my hall again.
Yes.
I'm happy to
Well,
keep you here as long as you are, well, willing to be part of my company.
we have been granted nothing but your graciousness at this point. I don't see why any of us would be so eager to leave, to not be availed your courtesy.
He's nodding. If you're still in his thoughts, he's like, you hear him saying, yes, finally. This one gets it. I wonder what family he's from. You hear in his thoughts.
Man, all right, we don't like it, but we're gonna keep that plugged in. It kind of gives us a litmus test of what's going on here. Man, I hate this. I hate this so much. All right. Anyway. All right. Okay.
You make your
okay.
choices, you live with them. This is
Yeah,
what your party
boy.
chose.
It's true. God, is it true?
Do you wish
God,
you were with
is
the criminals instead right now?
A little.
Don't answer that.
Just a little.
Just continue.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. I mean, if you need any assistance with your own studies, I mean, we will certainly make ourselves available to you in the best of our abilities. I mean, we are brought here on the recommendation of the professor, and I will say this up front. If there's something you wish to call upon us specifically, it seems I have been put upon the honor of being the go-between of the group and yourselves.
The go-between. I hope we
in
could be a bit
terms
more
of-
casual than that.
Well, yes, we can be very casual, but there are going to be moments where some requests, some expectations do not necessarily translate well.
The
And
eyes
I'm
of your party.
and
say
I'm
that.
here to assure that there is that we are both on the same page. I mean, when it comes to your group, you are the first most individual that we will call upon.
Call upon.
The one the one who has the authority, the ability to answer requests. This is your estate. This is your property. You are the master here. We understand that. We respect that. So whoever we talk to here, obviously word will travel and it will end up to you. And everything we ask, it will require you.
No, perhaps I've not made myself clear. As long as I have you as my guest, he kindly used over that word, I would like you to make what you will of my estate. Make most of anything that I can offer, please. Do not hesitate to ask. You do not have to
Of
be
course.
so coy about it, but not by any means.
Again, your graciousness continues to surprise. We are deeply honored.
And I'm honored to house you all.
Of course. In a moment, like if we feel that we are putting a strain on this.
Oh, no. Please, you've only just gotten here. You don't have to worry so quickly.
Well, I do worry because you are a most gracious host, and I feel that if there are some special requests, I feel a direct line is necessary to speak with you. Are we able to have this line? And I will be the representative of my group,
Well,
if need be.
if there's anything else that you have need of me that I could provide you, do not hesitate to let my butler know, Mr. Liquor. I believe that you've been made acquainted.
Okay. Of course, Wicker. Then I will defer all questions and requests to Wicker, as you have deigned.
Now, you mentioned offering your services to me, and it is quite, of course, entirely unnecessary while you are here. However, because you offered, and I would like to entertain my guests, anything that they would wish to offer
Yes.
me. If indeed you are looking to be of assistance, I would not mind given your recent experiences with frozen artifacts if you were willing to look into this matter regarding the Mirror of Ego.
The mirror, of course. Yes. If we can avail ourselves, I can only speak for myself currently, but as I have been implicitly put in charge of the go-between, I feel I can confidently say that if you require assistance in this matter, we can help. And why wouldn't we help you? You have been a most gracious host, and
Oh, thank
we wish
you.
to,
Thank you.
and we wish to foster this relationship further. Obviously, if there is a problem on your estate, which we stay at, is a problem for us as well.
I don't know if I would characterize it as a problem, just a little bit of a snag. See, old chum? Unfortunately, I
Yes.
do have trained personnel to deal with things such as, well, any dangerous individuals. He winks at you all on my estate. But I'm afraid they're a bit superstitious regarding the artifacts, especially the mirror. And I
Yes,
will have to approach it myself, that means, unless you all were willing
well-
to.
We certainly do not want you to put yourself in harm's way. And we have our own experience in dealing with infrosion artifacts. After all, we bring to you a scepter, inert as it is.
It is far from inert, my good chum. That's another good reason for it to be under safeguard, of course.
Of course, of course. But yes, if there's a timeline, the sooner you want it done, a timeline that you want it to be addressed, we will certainly see to it.
Oh, I'm certain that there's no rush there. Just a bit of an inconvenience. I cannot have my showroom be unlocked in the meantime, while that artifact has not been addressed. Just a bit of a reconnaissance, just to check and see if it's, well, any unusual activity from it. One of my staff has reported something unusual already, and I was, well, I'll admit I was ready to just dismiss it. Plenty of people have claimed to see all kinds of wild things in that mirror over the years. It's been inert this whole time. Unfortunately, I did check this time, and I did happen to find some magic was emanating from it. Just enough to give me some caution this time.
You are wise to practice caution. Wise to call upon us as we made ourselves avail. And before we dig into that, I imagine we will have some needs of our own in order to properly address this.
Of course. Easily
through
done.
Yes, through your butler, are we able to avail a request of materials?
I'm certain that can be discussed.
Of course.
Alright. So, before we start to wrap things up here, notably Edward did not state any
Did not ask
numbers
for
at
that.
all during this
Yep.
negotiation. He only offered more stuff to him. Are you going to do anything about that, or are you going to let it lie for now?
Maya's
He
going to
stated
clear her
us.
throat. More for Edward than for this guy. But if Edward doesn't react,
I mean, he reacts like, and you're gonna like mentally. It's a process. It's a process. You just don't outright like, all right, we want money. We want money for nothing. Money for absolutely nothing. Give us all the money.
It's like we're loaning him an item for money, which we discussed a few minutes ago. But Koloth trusts your negotiations completely. So from his like part of the table, he's got his arms crossed and like smug self-assurance. That's all you can read from him. Because you look confident.
I do look confident. And the thing is, like, we're not currently requesting. We're as far as Ed's concerned, it's like, all right, we're putting him more in our debt.
Oh god.
If
Indeed. You are.
so, the only things that he's been alerted to is our want of clothes, our want of shelter.
He's addressing that, yep.
Yeah, address. And
Did he address the want of weapons, or is that going to need to also be discussed?
He seemed
That's
to
through the butler.
agree to
Got it.
weapon said to address that to the butler.
Yes,
So-
I've opened.
Yeah, no, I'm
yeah.
pretty content.
Okay.
There's mild tapping of Carmen's hand against
Yeah.
her arm, but it's not anything that's
There's no
belligerent.
there's no rush order on investigating the mirror. However, and Ed has pushed like, okay, if we have need of services, equipment, should we call upon the butler? It's like,
The butler.
yes. All right,
Yeah.
then we shall call upon the butler for that. That has been made available to us by virtue of where we are now and what we have given him.
What we have given him.
So, if you all have specific equipment requirements, submit a list.
Heard.
Oh, I've got requirements.
Ed accidentally makes the mistake of saying that, and it's like, heard.
It's not an accident. It's like it was very purposeful. I opened that avenue for you to like request equipment because I need you all in tip-top shape for whatever the bullshit we're gonna deal with right now.
Now, what was unspoken is that there was a within reason clause there, which I'm sure
You
Edward
cut
would
out there
pick
for a
up
minute,
on.
Grace. I'm so
Just
sorry.
saying, if you like ask for, like Grick skin suits and like
Yeah.
giant like snarlers,
Fancy
and
shit.
other like really expensive stuff, you might
No.
be pushing your luck.
All right. So basic equipment. We're
Yes.
Basically, yeah.
what
But
we are.
that's expected.
Yes. Nothing too fancy. Don't ask for the moon.
Mm-hmm. And Edward, at least of anyone here, Edward is equipped to know that goes without saying that you cannot ask for too much right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have much of a bargaining chip beyond honestly, like we were already on the back end here in terms of the arrangement because he accepted us by virtue of the word from the professor.
Yes.
Yeah. The only benefit we had was the scepter.
Yes, which is why we're even having this conversation to begin with.
Exactly.
But there's one other benefit that we have
Okay.
that
go
we're
on.
not considering, and that's
what is
this.
it? What is it?
You know, Mr. Whitehall,
Why, yes, my dear.
I think my family would be spinning in their whatever it is they're going to be spinning in if
You tilt
we
his head.
weren't to ask. If you plan for us to do more for you, what's our salary?
Oh, a salary? Why, this is no formal arrangement, my dear. Nothing of such sorts. But if you were to do such a thing, as to help me deal with this little snag with my mirror, I of course would keep that in mind.
Look at that.
As for future employment, well, we'll have to. I will have to evaluate what I have available.
Mentally, my bargaining chips are slim. Not plentiful in the least. We are working on that now, so please do not press our already dwindling luck.
All I'm saying is, well, I'm sure it's nice to have your butler get us things for a week or 10. If this is to be a more long-term arrangement, wouldn't it be more in your favor to just, pay us a bit?
He smiles.
Hmm.
What a clever young miss. She wants to talk numbers. I'll keep that in mind.
He's clearly pouting.
Yeah, pal, all you want. It's like fucking. All right, you know what? This is the best response you could have gotten from that fucking exchange.
Yeah.
It's like, all right,
Meanwhile,
Maya, please,
Honestly, even with the scepter that we've granted him, we just made him accepting us here at the estate like more cost efficient for him. He has the advantage right now. We need to prove ourselves fervently, where he needs to accept our outlandish claims and requests.
We should have gone with Gil. You know, I
Gil
bet Guild's
is,
guy would have been paying.
Like, sitting at the other side of the table.
Oh, she's saying
kind
that
of, like,
back
humming.
in her mind.
Yeah, in your mind,
Like,
yes.
Gil's just kind of like humming to himself as he's like,
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you, all
Miss-
right,
like,
fuck you,
messing
Gil.
with his like plate. But he has a
Yeah.
smug look on his face, I'll admit.
Yeah, doesn't
As you guys are going through this.
I'd like to point out that, when we made a group vote, it's so mental.
Maya voted for this.
You wanted this, same as me. And honestly, I got what I expected. It seems you are unpleasantly surprised by what has occurred so far.
He has so much, and yet he's so stingy.
Maya, he is privileged. That's that part and parcel of the whole thing, actually. If we want to get access to that, we need to prove ourselves. We need to make ourselves important, integral to his whole process. In order to make outlandish claims like, hey, you should feed my ranger Rick addiction.
I didn't ask him to feed my ranger Rick addiction.
It was a hypothetical. we're just
Do you know how much that manticore was worth?
I don't, honestly. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what the manticore was worth.
You could easily feed all of Z Street with the profits of it.
And yet that has not happened. Why?
Because he's a fuck.
I mean, they're all fucks. I was going to say affectionate, but I honestly don't have any affection for any of this. But there's a process here that we need to adhere to until we make ourselves indispensable to whatever this whole thing is. He's our lifeline currently. We are going to rely on him for an extended period of time. So please make nice, and please understand that our worth to him is inherent to what we can provide him.
Maya just visibly sighs.
I'm not going to pretend it's great. I'm not going to pretend it is the best thing ever. It's all terrible, and it will always be terrible until something drastically changes.
You know, just because we're staying here doesn't mean we can't work for Guild Sky.
Guild Sky is a long ways away, and having chosen to stay here, making our presence, escape known to this party.
Just take a taxi cab into town.
I mean, you're certainly welcome to explore whatever avenues you choose. Unfortunately, I am kind of baked here. I'm going to see what I can pry from these circumstances to the best of my ability. And if things need to change, and I'm going to emphasize that to you, Maya, if things need to change, I will pivot as necessary. I don't want to die, and I certainly don't want you all to die.
Should have had Kolas do these negotiations.
And yet, I am called upon, put upon, because I can read minds.
For his
Yeah,
part,
last time I bother with that.
He's very happy with this because he knows the plan. The plan was that once we get the okay to get things from the butler, that we're all going to push it to get more than 50 goldie notes per month.
Jesus Christ.
Like, as you started talking, he figured it out. He's like, of course, no hard numbers is how humans operate. They want you to push to show that you have the strength that Gozar gifted you. And it's like, I'm on to you.
Alright, and so as you all have been having some conversations. Dr. Whitehall, realizing there's a lull, is going to turn to Dr. Zutaru. It's like, well, I am quite stuffed, yes. Indeed. Lai, would you mind, meeting with me in the smoke room? Still much we'd like to discuss. And all of you, please, no rush. Eat as much as you like.
Yeah, no
Let
rush
my
there.
butler know if there's anything else that could be made available to you. If you wish to, investigate the mirror, just let him know. The arrangements will be made, of course. Turning to Klov, the tailor will be here later this afternoon to accommodate you. Now then, let's.
Our thanks.
You are most welcome, of course, yes. Please, you have all been through so much. Take your time to relax now. And I'll be here should you need me, of course. And he kind of stands up. He raises his glass, now mostly empty, to new beginnings.
Oh boy.
And that's where we will end tonight's session. Next session, we will catch Callum up to the events of negotiations of the brunch. Y'all can make your requests. They may or may not all be fulfilled, depending.
That's fair. When do you want us to submit our downtime?
And that concludes another episode of Arkenmore, D&D Nor. We will be picking this up again next week. Thank you for listening.